VE9 VIC. Okay. Maine. What's up, guys? N0. Oh, N0DPR. Okay. My key is out of adjustment. Missouri. Georgia. I got you, W4MPS, I got it. I don't know who's watching. If somebody could put in the comments who's currently watching, I'd appreciate it, because it doesn't show me who's watching. It just shows like a little person symbol, and it just says how many people are watching. So whoever's watching, if you just put, whether it's your name, your call sign, if you just put it in the comments so it gives me an idea who's watching, I'd appreciate it. I'm having an issue with my key, so right now I'm just trying to adjust it and feel it out.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Do the Chinese use Morse code?
Everybody uses Morse code. They're not the only one.
They don't have the ABCs like we do.
No, yeah, they do. It's international Morse code.
Yeah.
It's universal anywhere you go.
But if you picked it up, you'd have to interpret it into English, from Chinese to English, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But if the Chinese operator is operating Morse code, 99.9% they're going to be using international Morse. You have American Morse and you have international Morse. So international Morse will be universal throughout the entire globe. So if I send TNX to someone who's in Japan, they're going to know I said thanks. They're not going to be like TNX. What's TNX? They'll know because it's international.
So right now, who you transmitting to?
I'm talking to other operators all over the world, but right now, the only person I've got outside of the United States is one Canadian operator in New Brunswick. But I'm up against the clock because the sun's going down. So I tried setting up real quick, and I got to get a quick activation in, and then I got to call it quits. Because then it takes me time to put everything away. And there's no lights back here, so
yeah,
once
right.
it goes...
Okay, but let's say you're at home in the dark, in the middle of the night. You transmit further?
Sometimes, especially on 80 meters, which is a nighttime band,
Yeah.
you'll probably get a lot of activity on 80 and 40 at night. I mean, other bands are live too, but probably not as much as 80 and 40.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Have a great day.
I'll try.
NG8N. Oh, see, okay, I got it. Oh, no. That was Kilo Alpha 2, Kilo Golf Papa in New York. Where in New York, I have no idea. Now let's see who's watching. Miles Russell. Oh, then. Hi, Miles. How you doing? Sorry, I'm not looking at the comments too often. I'm trying to focus on my activation. The sun's going down real quick, so I came here real quick just to get a quick activation in. I figured I'd live stream it. And if you guys can share my channel with your friends, I'd appreciate it. Hit that like and subscribe button. I'd also appreciate that as well. Hey everybody who's watching, I would appreciate it if you guys share my stream because I'm trying to make the channel grow. I'd appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you coming onto the stream watching me. Miles, if you're still watching, sorry that I couldn't be watching the comments because I'm trying to focus on an activation. The sun's going down real quick. So I had to set up, and you got to take into consideration, I got to break everything down as well. Got to break everything down also. So I'm racing against the clock to beat the sun. So I'm sorry if I'm not paying attention to anybody putting their name and stuff in the comments. I'm just trying to get this activation in real quick. But thanks for coming to the stream and watching. Please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell and hit all notifications. I'd appreciate it. And just so everybody knows, tomorrow, Saturday the 9th, my amateur radio club, Great South Bay Amateur Radio Club, we're doing a memorial event for one of our deceased members, Walter W2TE. We're going to be at Robert Moses State Park. I forgot the park number for Robert Moses because I really don't activate that park at all, so I'm not familiar with the number. But if you put Whiskey 2 Golf Sierra Bravo in your ham alert, or if you look us on the RBN, you'll see where we're spotted. I have no idea what frequencies we're going to be on. We're going to have 3 stations running, and we'll probably be on the air around 8:30 the latest, so stay tuned. K9OIC. OSC, I got it. All right. All right, guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to get my other key because this particular key I have, I don't know what's wrong with it. It just doesn't want to, I can't adjust it right. All right, let's see who's watching. Who's watching? Okay. I got a different key now. Maybe it'll act a little better. Okay, guys, so this is the key that I'm using right now, the CW Morse. It's the CNC machined aluminum right here, and on the base of it, it's magnetic. So on the bottom of the key, it's magnetic, so it sticks to the steel base. And then what I did is I took off those crappy little dots that they put, which is like basically the rubber feet, and I got these at a Limemark Hamfest, and I put these on instead. I can't even hear this person. I got the bandwidth on 1,000. I have the bandwidth up to 1,000 to get more people. I can't hear them. Got it. Tennessee. That was KG4MTN in Tennessee. And I had to really pull them out. I couldn't hear. I'm going to see if I turn the bandwidth that well, if I turn the bandwidth up. case of an IMA. That was Kelly. Let me see. Ontario. This radio has a latency for some reason. Every key I put on it, I can't send right, but if I put this on my 991A, or if I put this on my 891, I send perfect. So I have no idea what's going on. I think there's a latency issue with this radio because it's an SDR radio and whatnot. It's got a Raspberry Pi 4 in it. That's probably what it is. If whoever's watching, if you just put your name in the chat or your call sign so I know who's watching, I'd appreciate it. I think the band is dying. That's what I think it's doing. I think it's dying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got 13 contacts in less than an hour. it's doing 20 watts. Wow. All right. I don't see anybody watching, but that's okay. No problem. I hope everybody's doing good. Just wanted to reiterate a little bit before I go offline and I end the stream. I'm trying to grow my channel. If you share my channel with your ham friends, I'd appreciate it. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that like and subscribe button and tap that notification bell. Once you hit the subscribe button, if you tap the notification bell, you can set it so you get all notifications. I'd really appreciate it. Whoever's watching, I appreciate you watching. I got it. Go back this way. That was VE2AW in Quebec. So far I got only three Canadian stations. So I got 3 stations. I got one in New Brunswick, I got one in Ontario, and one in Quebec. So that's pretty good. It's not the DX that I want to get, but it is what it is. I'm just trying to see if anybody's watching. KD9CXO. KD9CXO, that's who that was. KD9CXO. All right, guys, I'm gonna see if I get one or two more, and then I'm gonna pack it up. It's already 5 minutes to 4. I think the sun is gonna start setting around 4:30. So if I stop by 4 o'clock, I should be able to pack everything up and get everything in the car and be golden. The park that I'm at, there's absolutely no lights where I'm set up right now. So once it gets dark, it's going to be pitch black. I'm not going to see my hand in front of my face. So I'm going to get one or two more. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I'm going to get one or two more. And if you could share my channel, I appreciate it. If you could hit that like and subscribe button, I'd also appreciate it. And again, thanks for watching the stream. Okay, WLM. .559. Quebec. Canada. Oh, W8NWG. Okay, I got you. Illinois. Got it. That was Whiskey 8 November Whiskey Golf in Illinois. I gave him a 599. He was really a 499, but I said, why not? VE3 GFY. Ontario. Right, I'm gonna go QRT, guys, so I'm just gonna send QRT twice, DE meaning this is my call sign twice, and then 73. All right, I'm QRT. So there was another station like he wanted to work me. He just gave me a dit because he heard me going QRT. But that's all right. There's always a next time, right? There's always next time. All right. So let me just show you guys over here. Well, let me get out of the way. That's my antenna. That is the Gable 7350T. Now the Gable antenna, they make two versions of it. They make the 3/824 version, which is the TC model, and they make the T, which is the UHF. So the tripod that it's sitting on is specifically made by Gable. It's designed for that antenna. It comes, if you buy the tripod, it's $119. I mean, providing you're going to buy the whole antenna setup. But if you're going to buy the tripod, it comes with two adapters. It comes with a UHF, and then the other adapter is for a 3/824. So technically, with that tripod and the two adapters it comes with, if you wanted to use a 20-meter ham stick, a 10-meter, or 17-meter, whatever ham stick you want to use, you could screw the ham stick right into that. But in reality, well, yeah, I'm thinking of something totally different. Yeah, so you could put a ham stick in there, and normally you would just have to play with the whip on the ham stick until it's tuned. Because what you see behind me is that's a slide. It's a sliding coil. It slides up and down, which changes the SWR. But that's used for the whip that I have on there. If you're going to use a ham stick, you wouldn't use that sliding coil. You would just use the 3/824 adapter that comes with it, and you would just screw the ham stick in there, and then you would play with the whip that's on the ham stick. But the antenna part that you see sitting on top of the tripod there, that's sitting before the whip, that's $140. So for $140, all you get is the whip and the sliding coil. That's it. You have to buy the tripod separately, and the tripod, like I said, comes with two adapters. You do have to make your own radials for it. They don't give you radials. You would have to figure out what bands you're going to work and make the radials long enough so it can cover those bands. Luckily, my friend N2PPI, he made those radials. You can see them behind me, all those white legs right there, the white radials. He made those for me, and they absolutely work freaking phenomenal. Except for the exception of Tallman Mountain, which is upstate New York, for the exception of that park, every park I've been to on Long Island so far, the SWR has been stupid low. At Tallman, the lowest I can get is like a 1.6 or a 1.8 is the, actually, you know what, I'm sorry, the 1.8 to 1 is the lowest I can get it. Sometimes it'll go to 1.6, it'll fluctuate. But it's a great antenna. I'm extremely happy with it. I have no complaints. Now, mind you, in my car, I got, let's see, I got about 5 antennas. 4 of them are end-feds, and the other one I think is a 40-meter center fed, which I didn't make. It was given to me. And with those end-feds, I use a LDG 9-to-1 on with a 1-foot jumper going into a 1-to-1 LDG coax choke. And then whatever excess I have in my feed line, because it's a whole different configuration, I have 25 feet of RG8X. So whatever I have left over in my feed line, I'll roll that up in a choke. So basically, I'm double choking it. But there's nothing wrong with doing that, because not only that will prevent a lot of the noise coming back into the radio, but that will prevent a lot of the RF energy coming back into the radio as well. So it helps. What else am I going to say? So the radio I'm using is I could turn the thing around a little bit. You can see it there in the corner. The radio I'm using, that's a S-Bit-X version 3 made by HF Signals. It does 25 watts max. I really can't call it a QRP radio because realistically QRP is 5 watts and below. For some people it's 100 watts is QRP to them. Low. Anyway, it's a great radio. I've had it now about almost 3 months, give or take, and I absolutely am enjoying it. My 991A, which I bought about 7 months ago, I've only used it 3 times, so I'm going to have to put this radio to sleep and use one of my other radios on the next activation. But other than that, the radio, the antenna, it's a great setup. Where I'm pointing over there, that's the power cable. That it doesn't use your conventional power pole. It uses an XT60 connector. And if you guys are familiar with the model aviation hobby, you know, whether it's planes or helicopters, and you fly electric, obviously you know what an XT60 connector is. So that's what it uses for the power cable going into the radio. And then over here, this right inside here is it's a Renogy 12.8 volt, 100 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery. It's like $500 if you want to buy the battery. I don't know how much it is now. It was $500 when I bought it. It's got a BMS, which means it has a battery maintenance system. Now, the battery maintenance system protects your battery. So if it was like way colder out than it is, the BMS would shut the battery off. It wouldn't let me kill the battery. If the battery goes into shelf mode, some radios won't trickle it on. Sometimes you have to fool the battery into believing that it's either getting power or there's power being pulled from it. And I learned the trick in order to how to do that. So I could do it on the fly if I'm out in the field and it's in shelf mode. But it also has an app. I can see in real time, while it's hooked up to the radio right now, I can go on, obviously I'd have to turn the live stream off, but I can go to an app on my phone and I can connect to the battery and I can see real time how many amps is being drawn, how many watt hours was used, what the cell voltage is. It's a really great battery. What's up, Salmon Pete Chase? How you doing, man? I hope you're watching, if that's you watching. What's going on, brother? Hope all is well. This right here is it's called a nut brick. It's a Bluetooth speaker, but in the back you can see it has an auxiliary input with a 3.5 millimeter phono jack, which plugs right into the radio and goes right into the speaker. Because you can ask anybody who knows me that I do Potoit, they know I like the volume way up. So this amplifies the speaker that's in the radio. The radio is somewhat loud, but not as loud as this. And I forgot how much this was. I think this was like $35, $40, maybe somewhere around in that price range. I'm not quite sure. I'd have to go back into my Amazon list and go back and see how much it is. I even may have got a discount on it. Who the hell knows? I don't know. I buy so much stuff, I don't even know how much I'm spending anymore. But other than that, with that antenna, with that gable antenna that you can see right there, there you go, the 7350. The only way to get a true SWR reading over that antenna is you have to use an analyzer. Right here is my analyzer. It's the Rig Expert AA54. And you're probably saying, how can you read those letters backwards and the numbers backwards? I'm not dyslexic by any means. I'm just good at what I do. So it's the AA54. The adapter that's on here that goes from PL259 to BNC, it doesn't come with it. You have to buy the adapter. And I only bought this particular adapter is because the antenna I'm using and the radio that I have, the radio has a BNC connector coming out to plug the feed line into. So I have a PL259 on one end of the coax, and I got a BNC on the other end. So that's why I had to buy the adapter. Other than that, you could just plug a regular 259 in there if the application requires it. But I have a whole bunch of adapters. Welcome for the person who just came into the live stream. Welcome. I'm going to be ending it soon, but welcome. Please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell and hit all notifications. And please share my channel. Share it with all your ham buddies. Well, other than that, I'm doing pretty good. I just wanted to reiterate from earlier, Great South Bay Amateur Radio Club is going to be doing a memorial event for one of our deceased members who recently passed. The call sign is going to be Whiskey 2 Golf Sierra Bravo Stroke Tango Echo. But I'm going to call CQ when it's my time to do it. I'm going to call out W2GSB first, just so I get spotted. And then I'm going to do the stroke TE after the fact. But it's tomorrow at Robert Moses State Park. I do not know off the top of my head what that park number is. It could be 2128 or 2126. I'm not really sure. Don't quote me on it. It's going to be in Parking Field 5. And I believe we're going to be in the southeast corner. We're either going to be in the southeast corner or the southwest corner of Field 5, Robert Moses. When you pull into the lot, just look for a white trailer. It looks like a landscaping trailer with lettering all over it. That's where we will be. We're going to be running 3 stations. One's going to be CW. I think one is sideband and one is digital, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know what they figured out yet, but I'll know tomorrow when I get there how we're going to work it and who's going to be on what frequencies and whatnot. Anyway, thanks, Salmon P. Chase, if you're still with me. Thanks for coming into the stream and supporting the stream. I appreciate it. I do not have Patreon or Buy Me a Coffee, unfortunately, so I can't ask you to even contribute to that. But then yet again, I'm not really doing this for monetization purposes. I'm doing it for the love of amateur radio and the love of Morse code, and also for the love of newcomers who might be interested in getting into parks on the air, who want to go to the park. That's why I do it solely, for that specific reason. Anyway, take care, guys. 73s, all the best. Have a great rest of your evening. And Salmon P. Chase, if you're watching, I'll see you over there at Robert Moses tomorrow. We're going to probably be on the air by 8 o'clock in the morning. So if you want to get a little early, that'd be great. If not, it's no big deal. We're running till 4 o'clock, so you'll have plenty of time to get on the air if you want. And I'll talk to you guys later. Take care, John. 73s, everybody. Thanks for watching the stream. I appreciate it. Bye for now.